welcome back. I just noticed that every time I start a video here the last 2 or 3 days, my neck and all that is so red. It's really hot here, like in the hundreds, low hundreds. And on the drive home, the sun is right on me, and it just, I don't know if you even call that a sunburn. I don't know, through the windshield. It's only like a 5-minute drive, if not a little less. As I was working today, actually I wasn't working, I was kind of like in a meeting kind of thing. We were watching a live broadcast of our business. I work in a huge corporate office, one of the few. And we were on a little meeting room and watching a live stream of this person got a promotion or something, an executive. And I'm sitting there and I'm getting really tired. And I'm like, oh crap, I hope I don't start nodding off. Because as some of you know, I work 3, 10 to 12 hour days, depending on how early I wake up. And then the last day is between 6 and 8 hours, depending on when I get up. Just to tell you a little bit more about that, the more I work, I can get off early on Thursday and not work Friday. And I love it like that. Love it like that. Anyway, I'm in this meeting and I'm like feeling tired. And all of a sudden, I get this vision. These are coming more often than not now, of me. I'm walking through a door that wasn't a normal door to a house. It was kind of like either all glass or glass and metallic colors, kind of silvery white, very beautiful. And it had to have been glass, because now that I'm thinking about it, it was lit up, like the sun was shining through it, and the whole house was bright. And it had to be a house because I walked through a door like that. And as I walked through the door, it's so hard to describe. I'm tall because I had really long legs, and I had like a chiffon dress on that was either short or kind of paneled from the waist down, in panels all the way around, it seemed like. And I took a step into the door, and my long leg, I guess I'm looking down at it, I was very slim. And my skin was, it had to have been my skin. And it was a pale with like a gray hue to it, if that makes sense. And I can't really describe it. It's like cement, a cement color is the best way I could describe it. And I step in, and this might be too TMI, but to me it was kind of sexy. And I leaned down, and I think I had heels on. I didn't kind of fully see it. And I went to slide it off, and then I felt my soulmate. And I know it was my soulmate because he felt very familiar, and he was in my house. And he was like coming toward me. I didn't see him. And I got the impression that he wanted me to leave the shoe on. And I'm like, ooh. Okay. And the next thing I saw is I was holding him, he was holding me, and he had one hand on my back. And apparently I was nude at this time, or my dress was backless because it was flesh. And he had his hand going down my spine, slowly going all the way down my spine to my butt. And then his whole hand just engulfs one butt cheek. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm in this meeting, and I'm like, oh my God, that was sexy AF. Oh my God. And I could clearly see his hand cup my butt. How I seen it from behind, I don't know. And even his index finger had slid into my crack. And I'm like, whoo. And I'm trying not to be so obvious in there. And I'm trying to clear my head. And then I'm like, can I have a replay? Because I was like, oh, what the heck? And it replayed. And I felt his vibration. It was amazing. It went like through me, and it was amazing. And the house, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a house like we have. When I walked in, maybe before he came to me, I don't know. But I remember standing there and I'm kind of looking around, like thinking this is different, but knowing it's my home. And I'm kind of scanning left to right and then right to left. And everything on the inside was kind of like metallic and whites and grays. It wasn't like sheetrock. If it was, I didn't notice because it was beautiful. And I looked to the left, there's no kitchen, but there's like a metallic table with real cute little metallic chairs, and the walls were shiny and glass, lots of glass. And in the front of the house, which I assumed was the front, was all window, and it was like round, and it was all window. And I'm looking out and it was mountainous, just mountains. It was a beautiful view. And I was sitting there thinking, oh my God. And then I looked to the right and there was a room that I was unsure if that was a bedroom or what. I don't know what that room was for. I don't know. And I question it because I'm like, wait a second, you know, am I in spirit form, or evidently not? I had a body. And I know that my soulmate is in another dimension, but I don't know if he's in a soul, as a soul, or if he's in body, or both, if that makes sense. I don't know. That stuff confuses me when you go further out. But it was beautiful, and I can still see it in my head. It's beautiful. And the couch, it's like a white couch, but it wasn't, and I can't even describe it. It wasn't like a couch that we have here on Earth. It was like a different shape, a different style. I can't really describe it because I glanced over it when I was looking at the mountainous view, that I kind of saw it over there, and that was no big deal. Oh yeah, there's the couch, you know. But I'm like, oh my God. And then I asked for a replay of my soulmate coming to me, and I'm like, that was so sexy AF. And it kind of stirred me a little bit. And I'm like thinking, I'm in the front. We were at a long table, me and my co-workers. I'm in the front and everybody's sitting behind me. And then on the other side, in front of me, where they could see me. So I'm trying to just keep looking at the monitor, and I'm still kind of thinking of what was going on. And I'm like, repeat, you know. And then, you know, I kind of went away from that and was thinking about my visits, that after that, I have meditated and felt and heard him meditating in Sedona. And thinking of that, I'm almost 100% sure that when I get my visits at night, the vibrations I feel is coming from my visitors. And a healing or whatever. I mean, maybe, because they've worked on my foot before and I didn't feel vibrations. I just felt what they were doing to my foot. But then I didn't feel vibrations at all from them personally or them working on my foot. So I don't know, that confuses me too. Because here lately I'm still getting visits and they're vibrational. Also, I didn't see my soulmate face-wise. I saw his hand, and he kind of intuitively, that's a big word, came to me that he was very tall. I was tall. He was slender but muscular, and you could tell in his hand. Oh my! And and he was the same skin color as I was, a pale ashy kind of cement color. But I will say, in the cartoon Pocahontas, I think it's Pocahontas, the man who comes to their land or whatever, and he's got the blonde hair, the cartoon, and the big jawline. He looks like that. Hair and everything. Wavy hair, blonde, this big, huge, square jaw. And every time I think of him, that cartoon pops in my head of the man in the cartoon. I think it's Pocahontas. But I don't know. If it's not, when I do this video, I'll edit it in and let you know who it was. But that was my day today. How was your day? I bet your day wasn't as good as mine. Well, discounting the vision I had. Now, the work day, it was okay. It was long. It was really, really long. I got there at 6:30, got up at 6. That was my day. So, I don't have anything else to add. And yeah, I guess I'll end this here. I love you guys, and I was so excited to share that with you. And as always, I enjoy your comments. And my last video, I didn't get any, and that's okay. That's okay, because I do know you comment, and that's what matters to me. I love you guys more than you will ever know. And I'm sending you love, light, and peace. Bye.